your girl, come vibe with your girl. Hey, 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 hey. Welcome back to part 2 of What's Your Story with Bigkardash.
Bigkardash.
Know about it.
But okay, so fast forward, I actually had just started at Beach Mountain Club, and like in those few months, like I had met me some really cool friends. Like so funny. I got this one friend in particular. I'm gonna say her name rhyme with Kari. But I told her when I first met her that she was my friend, and she was like, no, I'm not. I was like, yes, you are. She was like, I don't even know you. And I was like, I'm telling you, you're my friend now. No, I'm not. She didn't like to hug or anything. Now she'll hug me. And now I'm her fucking friend for real, because I said it, and I told her I was for real.
It's her.
But no, seriously, I met me some solid ass friends there, and like, I can't even lie, like, without a solid, you need solid people around you to get you out of certain funks and stuff that you be in or whatever. Like between Kev, Ari, and Cash, like them was my 3. Then Demetrius came about too though. But like them was my beach modes. And like literally, if I ain't gonna hold y'all, like that was one of my most traumatic experiences. Like that was probably one of my most depressing times in my life. And like I don't even know if y'all even knew that.
Well, first off, because I remember when you had that black eye, like randomly we was working or whatever, I all of a sudden just seen her come in and I just see makeup and I'm like, she don't wear makeup for real, so I'm like, that's weird. But mind you, like we wasn't as close at the time, so I'm just like, that's just weird. So I didn't want to say nothing because I'm like, well, that's not my place. Like maybe she don't want to be honest with it. And then our other friend that worked there at the time, she was saying that she noticed it too, and I was like, okay, so I'm not tripping. Like, and she was like, yeah, but she ain't say nothing though. Like, she just said she cool. And I'm like, so that means she don't want to talk about it. So I do remember when it happened, and I was like, something is weird. And then after like a week or two, like it was gone. Like she just didn't have no makeup on. So I was like, and I feel like somebody did ask you there, and you was like, yeah, you was basically like nothing. Like I'm cool. Like, and I'm like, nah, she lying. So like I partially knew that something was wrong, but I didn't know exactly what was wrong. Like I knew something happened because I'm like, why do you only got makeup on this one part of your face? Like she did it good, but like you could tell for real, and especially if you know her, she don't wear makeup at all. Like it's very rare when she want to put on something. She might do her eyebrows, but like that's really about it. So it was weird, but we also wasn't close, so it wasn't like, oh, I know what she got going on. I didn't even know who she was talking to for real. I knew she worked at a different job, and like we was just starting to like communicate, so I know what was going on. So the fact to hear all this was like, wow, like you was really up here going through it, like
yeah. And then like the hardest part, so like for me, whenever I meet young girls and like I see them going through difficult times or whatever, like I always be somebody's safe space. Like I always manage to be somebody's safe space for shit like this, because I remember I didn't have that. Like, and then again, you heard her, like she didn't even really know what was going on, but these are the people that was helping me through those times, and everybody didn't really know. Like nobody really knew.
And not only that, I never really been friends with somebody that actually went through what she went through for real. Like I know people where it be like small things, like oh, he didn't push you, or like he didn't do your stuff, but not to no physical, like yeah, you got a black eye, or like you got all types of marks on you. Like I've never seen that, so that was partially why I didn't say anything, or like I really couldn't assume that because I never had no friends like that or like been through that. Like I always just see people outside that I don't really know but know, if that makes sense.
Yep, I ended up going to jail that night. I had probation. I'm actually right now on probation, but it's something else. I don't gotta see them, I don't gotta talk to them or nothing like that. So that's cool. But now I'm on 2 of them because I'm on the one for Parma too now. But whatever. I'm getting my life together. So I do remember, like, so I'm not even really sure what all happened with him after that, because after that night, I never talked to that man again. I ended up seeing him recently when I went to go get my daughter from school, because for whatever reason, I don't even understand this to save my life, y'all. Okay, so when we was dating, his baby mother got his daughter put out of daycare. And so, like, for a second, she didn't have a daycare, so he was like, I'm about to tell her to send her to your daycare, to Denver daycare. I'm like, I didn't think that was a good idea. I hated it. Like, this is my baby peace. Like, let my baby go to school in peace. That was horrible. That was a horrible experience now I think about it. It was to the point where, like, his baby mother used to do shit like go to the daycare and get the daycare people involved in what we got going on outside of here. Like, that was embarrassing for me. All of it.
And
all
see,
of
that
it.
be that ratchet shit.
And I'm not like that. I'm not
I
like that.
cannot stand baby mothers, wives that just be weird. Like,
All of
cause
it.
there's people that don't even have kids with people and still be crazy. So it's not just baby mamas, but that be the most. Like, they be the most because y'all got a child, you gotta deal with this person. But it do be ex-girlfriend, ex-wives that just be crazy as hell too. That just be trying to stalk you, and it's like, for
Weird.
what is that doing for you? Like, I don't know. I just don't understand.
Oh, I'm thinking of another time. One day, this is when I was kicking with him, and then it was so crazy. The truth to this didn't even come out until almost maybe a year later. But I'm over his house or whatever. This man was married, y'all. He was married. He was separated from his wife that had been separated for like 10 years or whatever, but would never go and get the divorce. And I'm like, well, why won't y'all just go get the divorce or whatever? But whatever happened, I didn't know who she was. She didn't know who I was or whatever. But me and him chilling over there one day, and we sit on the porch, and she just walked up like, hey, Mr. Thompson, or whatever. And he get to saying, hey, Miss something. He ain't calling her Mrs. Thompson though, but whatever he calling her or whatever. Oh, Miss Mitchell. Hey, Miss Mitchell, or whatever. And then come to find out, you got me whole ass sitting here with your fucking wife, bro. Like, this
That's
is not
wild.
No,
That's wild.
Then when I say, I can't even say he looked like the bottom of my shoe because the bottom of my shoe is cute. But yes. And then look, okay, so like after a while, like he had a mouth odor. And like, oh my God, y'all, I think it was gingivitis or something, because it was like the longer time went on, I just started picking out little stuff, and then it started being major shit. Like,
girl, that's that halitosis.
I don't like morning breath, and I'm not a slob. I don't like slob and shit like that. So if you slob on your pillow, that is your pillow. You sleep with that pillow. That is your pillow. That nigga slob used to smell awful, and he wants to sleep on all the pillows. No. Your slob stink, bruh. How do your slob smells awful. So everything just used to irk me. And then it got to the point where like, if people want to start going through your phone and stuff like that, they got something that they hiding. They want to look for something to see if you're doing something so it could justify whatever it is that they doing. But after everything was said and done, his daughter still goes to school with my daughter, and me and his baby mama was there at the same time one day. She was like, can I talk to you for a second? So we outside, we talking or whatever. She's just like, I want to say I'm sorry because I was still sleeping with that man, and I ain't no fool, girl. I knew what the fuck was going on. Why you think I stopped fucking that man? I knew what was going on. But yeah.
It's like I want to talk like a lady after the fact.
Yeah. I'm talking about this how they even pulled up to her house before, like she was pregnant as fuck. She was trying to fight me, y'all, but she had a gun. I ain't got no gun. I'm still gonna stand on this porch and talk this shit though. And if you come on this porch, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I ain't running from your ass on my house. I ain't gonna hold you.
And that's another thing. Why do people do that when they pregnant? Like, girl.
Yeah, you know, if I touch you, something's gonna happen to me. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Not only that, why you even trying to put your own child in danger? Like, is it that serious that you that mad?
I ain't gonna lie, his dick was fire as fuck. That shit was fire. And until I realized his breath was stinking like that, he had fire top and bottom. Fire. But then after his mouth issues, you can't put your mouth on me. I don't want to kiss you.
And I don't want to.
And then on top of that, like, if you doing all this stuff that you was doing to me, to them, That was a nasty nigga.
That's so nasty. But
I'm really a survivor.
you are.
I am.
Shout out to Ash.
Yay. Yay. This is what I wanted to get out to though. So when you have kids and you dealing with a situation like that or whatever, get out as soon as possible. Like that was over a year ago for me that I got out of that. My daughter talked about that for a long time. She still,
What she
yes,
used to say?
they hit mommy.
How old was Denver?
Denver was 2.
And how old were you?
I was 27. Yeah,
That's wild.
27.
Was she ever was she ever around to hear that? Or like,
So
or awoke, I should say?
the first time that he put his hands on me, she was asleep, but it woke her up. The night when I went to jail, she wasn't there for that. It was another time though, and I had called my mom. This night was bad. I ended up going to jail this night too. I called my mom. My mom ended up coming to get me from like East Cleveland or something like that. I jumped out of his car. My mom came and got me from East Cleveland, and like I just could just remember her talking to him on the phone the whole time. I remember my daughter wanting to be with me. She wanted me to hold her, and she's crying and stuff like that or whatever. And like my mom let her see all that. It was awful.
That's so sad. I hate when kids be around stuff like that, y'all. Cause I just be wanting to mentally know like what, and it's not even just men. Women be beating on men too. Like, and I just be like, why do y'all want y'all child to see that? Like, that's not okay at all. And if you think they don't know, they definitely know. Kids pay attention to everything.
Yes. And
It
why
don't
do
even matter how young they are. They
When
know
you-
what's going on.
when you upset, that don't mean put your hands on people. Like that's what I had to like get people to understand. Like
So
No,
what
just-
point made you realize like this ain't it? Like this something ain't right. Like
so first of all, everything about me had changed. I started being like more of an introvert. I didn't really talk to people. Like all my friends wasn't really my friends. Like I just started being into myself. Like I couldn't talk to my family. Like well, my family secretly cut me off and didn't tell me. Like I was lonely. I was lonely as fuck, and I really had to think about everything that was going on around me. What is what's the common thing here? Everything pointing back to me dealing with him. Like I remember one of my friends, I had got her a job working with us, and she got into it with him real bad. And he was really disrespectful to her. Really disrespectful to her.
was he ever disrespectful to any of your friends?
Her. She's not my friend anymore, but her. Other than that, no, he ain't never been disrespectful to Chelsea. He ain't never been disrespectful to Jamina. Like, it was the only people who was ever around me. Like, but
Did he ever like try to keep you away from them? Like to the point where like I want you to hang out with me and only me.
that's what his goal was, and that's what pretty much like when I went outside, he wanted me to be outside with him. There would be times that I go outside with my friends and stuff like that. It was not that often, and most of the time if I did, he'd be salty about it. He'd have an attitude about it. And when I come home, it's gonna be a problem. I'll never forget. One time I had went out for drinks with my cousin and one of my old friends, and when I got back to his house, mind you, he was washing clothes before I left out or whatever, but he's still there. My baby is gone. And his baby mama like to do weird stuff to her, like when she knows it's me and him and we about to do us for the weekend, she do stuff like don't go get the baby or just like leave the baby at the door or stuff like that.
Not at the door.
So whatever happened, this is one of the nights that she just dropped the baby off and left. Like she knocked on the door, whatever, like what you want, Camille? Like calling her and shit. She just dropped the baby at the door and she was out. So now he's stuck in the house. You stuck in the house though, baby. Not me. It be other time when he went outside with his friends and stuff like that. And I don't mind that, but for him, he didn't really care for that. And if we would have took the time to get to know my friends like I took the time to get to know his, then it would have been different.
Do you think he a narcissist?
Absolutely. He want to control everything. Like literally, if it was a life, for instance, like when I get dressed or if it's hot outside and I feel like letting some skin show. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. I was dressed very, very revealing. Not even on no whole shit. It's gonna look nice. And my booty ain't gonna be hanging out, my titties ain't gonna be hanging out or nothing like that. However, I'm gonna reveal some skin if I want to. It will be some short shorts. My booty ain't gonna be hanging out. It will be a crop top. My titties still tucked in. Stuff like that or whatever. But he did not like that. Can you dress more as like a grown woman? And like,
You know what's so crazy though? I feel like a lot of narcissists be the ones that be really physically abusing people. Mm-hmm. Like, and that's just crazy to me. Like,
he would try to get me to pretty much believe that like my mama was just flat out against me. Like, yeah, cause yo, my mama would have never did this and my mama would have never did that. So let me tell you the difference between my mother and his mother. My mother worked jobs. She paid rent. She took care of her kids with or without a nigga. His mother smoked crack. Went to jail. Did when she went to jail, I'll never forget, he told me she went to jail for like 6 months. She left a crackhead in the house with her kids. Her kids to beat the crackhead up and sent the crackhead on their way. They can't even come in no more. He was raised off of survival.
He got
raised off of love.
How many do you have siblings?
He got 3 sisters.
And any of them weird and
All of them weird in their own way. All of them. Like he got Moody. Moody lived right down there. Well, he had 2 sisters that lived on the street. This crazy. So Tanka lived at the very corner. Tanka, we've never been over her house. He said he's never been over her house. His mother don't go over there. Nobody goes over their house. They don't have no lights on ever. They don't, like, the kids big as fuck. The mom and daddy big as fuck. Like, it's just a fat, weird ass house. Then we go a couple of houses down. It's his sister Moody. Moody, she really, her and her niggas some scammers or whatever, and like, so she just sit in the house, they be scamming all day, and so she thinks she hard, but she not. And she got a beard, that bitch thick as fuck. He got another sister, Tanka Moody, and I don't even remember the other one name, but shit, she's a weird girl too, like, and yeah, no. You could tell that their mother was using drugs while she was pregnant with all of them, cause they.
Did they ever say anything to you? Well, besides like them trying to fake call you and check on you and stuff?
So the sister Moody, I remember getting into it with him one night, and then she came down there on some Captain Table type shit or whatever. Like, you're nobody. You can get dog right along with your brother. So I do remember getting into it with her. She talked about my baby, and I talked about all of her kids. So it was really, really toxic. It was like a whole bunch of like hateful shit. I had bought this book and it pretty much tell you like the foundations of crystals. Like it was just like a book for crystal beginners, people who just not get into them. Mm-hmm. And so like I'll be sitting around, I'll be reading the book, taking my notes on it and stuff like that. And you always doing that witchcraft shit. Who told you about that? Who got you interested in this now? Like I couldn't think for myself or something. Just shitty. That was a really shitty because that was like probably one of my most depressing moments in my life.
That is so fucked up. Like the fact that somebody even really wants to diminish or belittle your whole being, like your whole being.
It was to the point where like I remember like he tried to get close to where like we used to tell each other secrets about like our childhood and stuff like that. So it was stuff that like I probably didn't tell him and maybe my cousin. And then he like literally we got into it and I'm on the phone calling my mom like cause I'm telling her like yeah I'm about to be on my way. I just want you to stay on the phone with me so you can be on the phone or whatever. And like he then got to trying to tell stuff that I done told him and I'm just like wow, like you're not only trying to like separate me from like the people I love the most, you're trying to take me from my mom, bro. That's more than who I love the most. That is my mother, bro. I came from this lady. You wanna separate me from my mom? From my mom.
That's crazy, and that's really because he ain't have one with his mom.
Then the crazy part is his mother and his stepfather will always come, like they had keys to the house. We'd wake up and they'd be in the house. I'll never forget one day, it was Sweetest Day, and he had all these plans. We was both off, we was gonna wake up. We was really about to have like a nasty field day.
Not nasty.
We wake up, go in the living room, and like when I'm on my way out, mind you, shit, when I'm in the house, I'm free. I'm about to hit the corner to go to the living room. He pushed me back so fast, like, His mom and his stepdaddy said, first of all, who the fuck gets up on Sweetest Day early as fucking drive? They lived in Elyria at the time. Who drives an hour away to go sit in somebody else's house and watch TV? Quiet as fuck. You don't say nothing. You didn't let nobody know you was coming. I thought that was strange. That's the type of relationship that they had. Like, no, your mama not about to be able to have free range in my house. She's not. This is my house, not hers. No.
That's wild. Did you ever feel weird, like, having to move in with him? Or, like, just being at that point where, like, well, whatever?
At the end, absolutely. It got to the point where, like, I did not like his mother. His mother knew I did not like her. She did not like me, and I did not give a fuck. So it's like, if she was there, either A, I'm about to go, because I don't care to be around your mother. My mother's not about to sit in your face, and I don't know why your mother care to come keep sitting in mine. Or, shit, I would stay upstairs in my room. You not gonna come down and speak? No. She in my house. Why do I have to go out of my way to speak to her in my house?
Alright, she should be speaking to me.
You walk through my door. Speak when you walk through my door into my house. And she does not. So I don't care about who mother you is. I don't care how old you is. Respect is respect. You gotta give me some for me to give you some. If you don't give me none, I'm not giving you any. Simple.
Did your mom like him?
In the beginning, yeah. Like, but it was just like certain stuff, cause like he was good at hiding shit. Like he was good at being a pretender. Like for real, his bosses and stuff like that worship the ground that he walk on. It's so sick, man. He can do no wrong in their eyes, and they know he a loose cannon. They know he's a loose cannon, but they will protect him.
Wow. Like
when it came to this, he was already. You gotta think he had already had a little previous case already. So like he had got probation for that. He was already on probation for his baby mama. Then you turned around and caught another case or whatever. They told me after that, then I was felony time, he went to jail. These people called my phone so much. I think that's the part that like upset me the most. The prosecutors and stuff, like, in all actuality, when these people are calling you, they already got their mind made up of like what they gonna do with this case. Like they really do, because you told me that y'all was trying to get this man an extension on his probation. I'm telling you that I think that's a bad idea, because he's already on probation, and now this is now his 4th encounter. It was 2 with the baby mama. It was 1 with me already, and now this is another one. And this is all within, I'm gonna say 2 years. No, I probably was messing with him for 2 years. I'm gonna say this is all within like a 3.5 year span, because the 2 he got with his baby mama, then the 2 he got with me. And like, y'all just gonna keep on giving this man slaps on the wrist, slap on the wrist, slap on the wrist. Like, it's not okay. Like, when they come, that's why, like, for real, I ain't even gonna hold you. Remember when I was working so hard for my empowerment group? That's why I wanted it so bad, because people need a group of like-minded individuals. Y'all don't even gotta think the same. Y'all can have completely, totally different views. Mm-hmm. However, like, a support group is a support group. Like, you know what I'm saying? You need that support, whether it's from this group, your family, your friends. I didn't have that. That's what made me stay so long. Not to mention, I'm already leaving another toxic situation. We wasn't physical though. I'm not gonna say that we didn't wrestle and shit like that or whatever, but we wasn't physical. However, I was with, over here in this relationship, I was with different fathers from the time I was 19 to 25, 26. Yeah, that's a long ass time. Like, I don't know.
I feel like that's so sad though, because like, first of all, you already came from one situation to go into one, and it get worse. Like,
but that's how they pick their victims.
It just literally got worse, and then nobody wanted to be there for you. You just kept on pushing you towards this dude, like.
So like, okay, my baby is not the average, you know that. So like, I do be being hard on Denver, but I lightening up on her, because I know what that feel like to, like, when I was told I was mature my whole life, so it was like I was held to like a different expectation than other kids, and I didn't like that. Only for me to grow up and have a baby and project that same thing. So like, now I be talking to Denver. Only time me and Denver go get into it now is if it's learning time and you playing, I'm dead serious. Other than that, be free. Say what you want.
Or
Do what
she
you
want
want.
that food.
Yeah. Because if she eat all the junk food but then won't eat real food, we got a problem.
But yeah, I mean that's good you learned that now though, because a lot of people don't really realize that till they kid get older.
I care about their opinion. I ain't gonna hold y'all. That's probably the only opinion that like I value like wholeheartedly. I care what she think about me. I don't care what nobody think about me though.
That's your child though.
Yeah. When she tell me I'm cool, I'm like, yeah.
It'd be like, I love you, Mom.
Nah.
That'd be so cute to me. I love them.
She's like, I love you,
Because
Mom.
she always say at the randomest time, like, you just be like, you felt that. You felt that. Or sometimes she just be saying it because she know her mama annoyed.
She be right
but
on
it
time.
still be cute though.
She be right on time.
Well, there's your story, y'all. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this story. Please leave some words of wisdom.
If you in a situation, it's never too late to get out. The first thing you gotta do is do something. You have to do something. You cannot stay stuck. Do not stay stagnant in a situation like that, because it's gonna eventually come down to life or death, or somebody going to jail.
Also, and even if it's new people you done met, don't think that they don't know that something's wrong. Cause I just told y'all, I just barely even knew her, and I still knew something wasn't right. Didn't even know nothing about her life, who she messing with, nothing. I'm just like, something doesn't even make sense. So don't think nobody's paying attention. You might got people around you that ain't listening or fed up because you keep going back, but you do have people that do care.
And lastly, no matter how long you've known a person, it doesn't matter. You're gonna know when you got you some real life, genuine friends. Your real life friends gonna show up and show out for you, even if they don't know that they're showing up and showing out for you in your time of need every time.
Facts. Y'all stay blessed.